888-888-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors is turning it up with some incredible giveaways. 2 VIP tickets to the Morgan Wallen Sand in My Boots Festival, 2 tickets to see Blake Shelton live, and 2 tickets to the legendary Talladega Super Speedway. Don't wait. Enter now at calldixie.com. It's fast, easy, and free. Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors, bringing you comfort and unforgettable memories since 1908.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats. There's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy, heated outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
At High Point Insurance Group, we're here for all of life's milestones.
Like when you finally step into your dream home.
And when you drive off in that dream car, we've got you covered.
Or when you hit the water with your new boat.
We're by your side.
High Point Insurance Group.
Protecting you through all of life's high points.
My apologies to the BRHS girls. I should keep up with things better. My mistake, they lost yesterday. But they've had a great year. So congratulations for a great year. But my apologies, and thank you for letting me know that they did not win yesterday, and they do not play today. But Cabot Barton's with us out here today. Good morning, man. You've been on the road. Not just your writing your books, but now Angel Productions is interested in buying the movie rights to the bestseller I Will War No More.
Yep, my bestseller.
Wow. So how did that come about?
Well, I'd sent them on a lark. I just sent a book out there to Mel Gibson back about 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And last January of last year, Icon Productions contacted me, which he was still with them at that time. And they offered me a contract then, and I couldn't do anything with it because my wife was sick and dying.
Right, I remember.
And but then afterwards, when I was out in Texas, I lived out in Texas the rest of last year.
Right.
And I contacted Angel Productions and told them, Icon had offered me, and they said, well, let's see what we can do. And they said, if you'll line up a little pilot, about a 20-minute condensed version of your book, said we'll see about doing a movie on it.
How'd you do? Have you done that? Are you in the process of doing that?
Yeah, I'm lining up the people to do it now. I've got.
How many people does it require?
Well, I've got a few people that are going to play key roles in acting, and my whole tribe in Gunnersville that I belong to, they said we're going to be the Indians.
Right.
I said okay. And we're going to shoot it down here at Fort Toulouse because that's
in Wetumpka. In Wetumpka?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's about the closest look to Fort Leslie, you know, where the first battle took place.
Right.
And then I'm going down to Horseshoe Bend to get permission down there. I got to go to Fort Toulouse, sign the papers to get permission there, and then go to Horseshoe Bend and get their permission.
I know Horseshoe Bend is a national military park. Is Toulouse also, Fort Toulouse?
I think it's state.
State, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure about that. So it's probably, to go to Fort Toulouse, is it going to be easier to do the filming there rather than Horseshoe Bend? Because when you start dealing with the federal government versus the state government, you could run into some issues, couldn't you?
Yeah, you probably
Especially
can.
on a movie.
Yeah. But like I said, it's going to be like a 20-minute movie. I only need maybe about 1 or 2 scenes at Horseshoe Bend. But if they, you know, if there's a problem there, I can go somewhere else and just use that.
I would love to see it here at Horseshoe Bend. I'm a big fan of Horseshoe Bend National Military Park, which is right in our own backyard. And
Yeah.
people come from all over the world because it was a lot of rich history there.
Yeah. I'd love to see a powwow down there, an Indian powwow.
Yeah.
We were going to try to do one at Veterans Park in Talladega back year before last, because that's where the battle for Fort Leslie was, right there on the field where Veterans Park is.
Explain what Fort Leslie.
Fort Leslie was a trading post. Alexander Leslie had a trading post there. And then when they got word that Red Eagle and his Indians had killed all those people at Fort Mims down there in Baldwin County.
Baldwin County,
yeah. They people at Fort Leslie said, we got to do something because they're coming our way next. And so they built a fort around his trading post, and so it became Fort Leslie.
So as far as the I Will War No More, what's the backing on that? What is that?
This Salocta's actual story that he told to a white man at a tavern down there in Martisville, which was the county seat in Talladega County before Talladega was.
Wow.
And he was at a tavern, and he told his story to this white man that lived down the road from him, Dr. Camp. And Dr. Camp wrote it down and archived it, and they put it in the library in Talladega, and I found it.
Oh, really?
I found his.
Did you stumble on it, or were you actually looking for it?
I was looking for something to write about.
Yeah.
Everybody kept saying, write about the Indians around here in Talladega. I said, okay. So I went digging, and I found the story of Salocta. And, of course, he's buried up there on the road going to Cheehaw, right 5 feet off the road. But it was such an interesting story. I said, this needs to be a novel. So I turned it into a novel. I added about 20% fiction, and the rest of it was 80% fact.
Let me, and I'm not good on my history. Is that the Creek Indians?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the White Sticks and the Red Sticks. They had a civil war among their own people. The Red Sticks didn't want the white people here, and the White Sticks wanted to do trade with the white people.
Why didn't the Indians want the white folks? Because of their land, because of what they had built up, their village. I mean, what was the real reason behind that?
The Indians didn't want the white people here because they knew they were encroaching on their hunting grounds and taking their land.
And they were.
Yeah.
And they were.
Yeah. So the Red Sticks, you know, Red Eagle got enough of them together, and they had a war against the white man, and of course Jackson came into it, and so it was.
That was the 1800s.
1813 to 1814.
Wow. You know, and do our young folks today, do they understand the rich history that is right here in our own backyard from Talladega to Talladega?
Most of them don't.
How do you get them interested in it?
Well, you make a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll go see a movie before they read a book, or
yeah. They don't care to read these days. Most kids don't care much about reading, which is sad because there's so much history, so much that they can learn.
Yeah, I agree.
If you don't know your history, then you're going to repeat it, the bad and the good. And that's the thinking.
Have you always been a reader?
Pretty much.
Because you've been writing for, God, I've been knowing you out here for years, but you've been writing for how long?
My first book came out in 2011.
So 14 years.
Yep. And
did you after you wrote that first one, did it kind of set you on fire? Let's do another one.
Yeah,
do another one.
Well, I sold a lot of books too. I mean, my first book's done, and I sold 17 books. I called my buddy Clive Cussler, and I said, hey, I had my first book signing. He said, well, that's good. He said, how many did you sell? I said, 17. He said, well, I sold 4 at my first. And that's Clive Cussler. I mean, this guy had over 60 #1 bestsellers.
Wow.
So
you're still writing, but so this is the first time you've looked at putting it into a movie form, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any of your books?
Yeah. Of course, John T. and I did that little movie down there at Calera.
Right.
You know, great train heist, but that was already set up. All we did was just step into the role of the marshals, and that was already done for us. But
how's John Wayne doing?
he's doing great. He's got a movie offer on one of his books.
Really?
His first one, Old Slant Face.
Old Slant Face. What's that about?
It's about the orphans that were kidnapped off the streets of St. Louis during the Civil War.
Right.
To work on the ranches and stuff out west.
Where's he living now?
He's in Arkansas.
Okay.
Not far from, what is that little town? There's a little town that he was living near, but he's moved. But yeah, he's doing really good. His autobiography finally came out.
How's it selling?
As far as I know, it's doing pretty good. I don't know if it actually proves. I think the only way he's going to actually get proof is if the Morrison family, which is John Wayne's family, steps up and says, okay, we'll do a DNA proof whether you're right or wrong.
Yeah.
And until he does that, you know, that's the final say.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Now, I'm looking right here. The 20th novel, Invisible Soldiers, has been picked up by Ingram Sparks.
Yep.
What's it about?
This one here is about loosely based on my dad. My dad was in military intelligence during World War II. And this is about the spies that went over into Europe during the Second World War to get the formula for the nuclear bomb.
Wow.
And
Now, you talking about history?
Yeah.
That is big time history.
Yeah. And he meets a fellow agent, a lady named Jamie Sterling that works for MI6, and they work together on this one. Then he has to go back out again after he finishes this mission with another lady, Elsa Schaefer, who is part German, and they go back in there. They go in to get the formula. The first time they go over there, they have to go over to one of those French names. Anyway, they go over there to stop the Germans from making heavy water, which is used in making a nuclear bomb. Heavy water? Yeah.
Does this get you kind of out of your norm to do a World War II versus a Western, or is this still history?
Yeah, it's still history.
I still won't write.
This is the third book in the series. The first two are in the 30s, early 30s. The first one called The Chameleon, and then the second one is The Vendetta in 1939, where
all prior to WW2.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce. They got a entrepreneurship a meeting coming up February the 27th from 8 to 1. That will, again, be at the Mitchell House. Lakemi Baker will be a speaker there. David Mixon will also be a speaker there. Registration deadline is today, the 20th. So make sure that you call Miss Molly today at 256-825-4019.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you looking at the outside right now. Come on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Alexander City Arts Council is thrilled to bring exceptional performances to our community. February 13th, comedian Rex Havens performs his one-man, family-friendly show, Women and Children First. The season closes March 12th with Emmett Cahill performing Irish classics and the best of traditional Irish repertoire, as well as Broadway hits. Save the dates for Women and Children First on February 13th and Emmett Cahill on March 12th. Visit alexcityarts.org for ticket info.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379. Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, Lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449. Floyd's Feed and Seed in downtown Dadeville, family owned and operated. Floyd's Feed and Seed has a great selection of Carhartt for all ages, starting out with the youngest. Now, if you're looking for boots, check out this selection. All shapes and sizes, Montana jewelry and pine straw year-round. More gift selections on both sides of the road. Miss Faye and the family invite you in today for Floyd's Feed and Seed, downtown Dadeville.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekend. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Go back in and join us on a chilly Thursday morning with Cabot Barden. We're talking movie making. Angel Productions picked up your the I Will War No More. So where do you stand with that? How long does it? So you need how many people do you actually need to make a 20-minute pilot?
Well, I've got the support crew already.
Oh, you got the people.
Yeah. I've got support crew. The actors is the main thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my whole tribe of Native Americans up in Gunnersville I belong to. They said, we'll be the Indians, even though they're Cherokee, and these are Creeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I'd love to have some Creeks involved, but I don't know too many down this way. One of the scenes actually happens in Hillaby in the book, where
in the creek? Hillaby Creek?
Yeah, in that area. Yeah, and because white people think there's gold there, and they're trying to take it away from the Indians. And so, yeah, that's part of it. But, yeah, I've got Johnny Raines is going to be Red Eagle. Cheyenne Bailey will probably be Rachel, which is Salakta's wife. I haven't gotten Trey Miller on board yet. Trey Miller's an actor from Talladega. He's been in a whole bunch of commercials and TV shows and stuff. Trying to get him, he may not be available because he's in California right now. So I'm looking for actors, anybody that might be interested in being in the pilot, which is what they're calling it.
Right. So I guess the best way is just contact you on Facebook?
Yeah, that'd be the best way.
And that's Barden, B-A-R-D-E-N, DenBarden. So you get this put together. You get your film crew, you get your people, you get it done. It's 20 minutes. Then you just send it in to them. How do they grade it? I mean, I guess it's what they do, grade it.
Yeah, I send it to them by internet, and they'll take it before the board of directors and pitch it to them, and which Mel Gibson's on the board. So I don't see why we wouldn't turn this one down. There's plenty of carnage in it. In the story, because there's two main battles, the Fort Leslie and Horseshoe Bend. There's a third battle at Muckfall Creek, and Jackson likely got killed there. And so there's actually 3 battles in there in the book itself that he wrote about.
So as far as when let's just say Angel Productions picks it up, they like what you send in, they're ready to roll with it. Then do they take it from there? And as far as putting the
once they get it and they like it, then they'll do the rest of it. I can just sit back and draw the money.
So it's just convincing them now that it's worthy of airing.
Yeah.
So the pilot is the whole thing right now.
Yep.
I mean, if the pilot flops, what do you do then? Do you go to Plan B?
Plan B would probably just put it on YouTube, put my little 20-minute thing on YouTube like I did the Great Train Heist with me and John T. I'll just put it on YouTube, and folks can watch it on there, which that's fine.
Do you make any money off that?
They offered me $400,000.
Wow.
For the movie rights. That was Icon, and I'm sure they'll probably offer me about the same amount for this.
So when you I mean that's when you change hats literally when you start getting into that kind of money, because you don't know what the next step is, the next next book is, the next movie is.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on my 21st novel now, which is the 4th one in the Drew Brand series, and it's called The Infiltrators, and it's about the spies that have to infiltrate the Nazis over here in this country that are trying to sabotage everything. And it's right before D-Day in Normandy.
Right.
And they're trying to keep the Germans from finding out exactly when they're going to invade France.
You keep up with a history from World War II to even the 1800s. How about today's history? Do you try to tie any of it in, and what's going on today with the new president, thing that's going on in the past? Does that interest you, or?
Well,
I say interest you.
I stay interested in politics and all that, but there's so many other people already writing all this stuff.
Okay.
There are hundreds of authors already got books out there about everything going on right now, but there's so many lost things in history that nobody knows about.
And that's what you're trying to carry on.
Yeah.
Really tradition.
Yep. Yeah, my Indian brothers are wanting me to write another Indian book because I've got 6 so far about the Cherokee, 3 about the Cherokee and 3 about the Creeks. And they said, well, we'll write some more Cherokee novels. I said, okay, well, I got to have a subject first.
Right.
So when I finish writing this one I'm working on now, the Infiltrators, when I get through with that one, I'll probably tackle another Indian story. There's so many of them.
You mentioned a while ago you're looking for Creek Indians, but you've got Cherokee Indians that said they will play Creek Indians.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of almost like a religious thing. You know, they got their grounds. You know, they covet those. I guess it kind of surprised me that they would switch over to another tribe.
Well, they're anxious to get the Indian story out.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because the Creeks and the Cherokees are involved with the book, I won't know more because the Cherokees fought alongside the White Sticks. You had about half of the Indians that fought under Jackson that were Cherokee and Creek. So.
You know, I think about the Horseshoe Bend. I think about Stacy Spees up there, and you're listening, Stacy. Good morning to you and to your mom, Miss Barbara. And I think about this will be, golly, this is Horseshoe Bend has been there for, I know, 50 plus years. And again, it's, you know, it's gone through remodeling over the years. Tallapoosa County Historical Museum, we had Danny Hayes on yesterday. It's in downtown Dadeville. They took that battle scene, that panoramic, I believe it's called, battle scene there at Horseshoe Bend, and moved it to the museum. Have you ever been to the Tallapoosa County Historical Museum over in Dadeville?
I've been to the Horseshoe Bend, but I haven't been to the museum.
You need to go to the museum. It's open just on Saturdays, and it's all Tallapoosa County. It's all about from when the dam was being built, from a lot of history with the Horseshoe Bend and that type thing. You know, Lake Martin this year will be next year will be 100 years since they built it. A lot of history there. You go back to 1926. A lot of history there. What got you interested in, I guess, American history anyway? What was the first thing that?
Well, I started finding out about my own history. Being Cherokee. My grandmother was full-blooded, and I never knew that she was full-blooded Cherokee. I didn't even know she was Cherokee until late in life.
Really?
Yeah, because my family didn't talk about it. My grandmother, the only clue I had when I was 3 years old was she would sing to me in Cherokee.
Really?
She'd sing me a lullaby. She sang me a lullaby.
Wow.
And one day I was looking at YouTube and I found that song on YouTube. It was Amazing Grace in Cherokee.
In Cherokee, really?
Yeah.
I bet that was beautiful.
I sent chills all over me when I heard it. And
so that got you interested in or finding out about your grandmother?
Yeah, I found out a lot about my grandparents, where they were from. And
where were they from?
They were from North Carolina. They lived on what they call a reservation up there in North Carolina. She was, anyway. Her husband was from another part of North Carolina. But she was full-blooded and lived on up there.
Well, just so much rich history around here, the state of, you know, I guess I think about Talladega County, where you're from, and I think about Tallapoosa County, and just those two counties there, and the history between those two counties, just that small mileage, it's just full of rich history.
Yep.
And you're right there to capture it.
Yep. There's a lot of history all around us.
Kevin, we wish you all the luck in the world. I look forward to you coming on here next time saying, I got the deal. The deal went down.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be at 2nd and Charles this Saturday doing a book signing there.
And that's in
Tuscaloosa.
Oh, in Tuscaloosa. Okay.
Yeah.
Put that on your things to do. Saturday. We'll be right back. Let's see what Coon's Corner's got to eat over there today. It being Thursday, meatloaf, mashed potatoes and gravy, English peas, creamed corn, steamed veggies, and apple cobbler. They got a heck of a breakfast going on right now at Coon's Corner Deli, Hillaby Street, Alex City.
For over 80 years, the staff members of Radney and Langley Funeral Home have been friends in time of need, and we are dedicated to honoring, sharing, and preserving the amazing and inspirational stories of life.
You've got a friend.
And Obituary is brought to you by our friends at Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mrs. Lola Mae McKelvey of Dadeville will be today at 2 o'clock at Woods Presbyterian Church. Burial will follow in the Eagle Creek Cemetery. Langley Funeral Home is in charge of that service. And funeral service for Mr. Carmen Clayton Turner, 83 of Alexander City, will be tomorrow at 12:30 at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. The family will also receive friends tomorrow from 11 to 12 at Radney Funeral Home. Radney Funeral Home is in charge of that service. And the family will receive friends, will receive visitors tomorrow from 6 to 7 for Rebecca Marie Zebo Lunsford at the Langley Funeral Home. Of course, that's in Camp Hill, Alabama. Funeral service will be Saturday, the 22nd at Roxana United Methodist Church. Immediately following will be the burial in the Roxana Church Cemetery. Langley Funeral Home is in charge of that service. To these families and other families that have lost loved ones, my heart goes out to each and every one of you. To the men and women that are fighting for our freedom, God bless you. God bless the USA, and we'll be right back.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City. Caring Transitions of Lake Martin, located in the old DHR building in downtown Dayville. Owner Randy Weaver wants you to experience the Caring Transitions difference, providing local and national relocation, packing and resettling, downsizing and decluttering, liquidation, online estate auctions, traditional estate sales. Call Caring Transitions of Lake Martin today, 334-703-5050.
Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 is ready for the new year, and there's never been a better time to save. With no payments till March on many Mahindra tractors. Inventory is great, and you can save big on remaining 24 models with 0% financing up to 84 months with approved credit. And you'll see the New Year's best deals on Spartan mowers, still with 0% terms. Get the New Year's best prices and terms now at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times, and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Fried chicken and wontons and teriyaki glaze and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby's Sensation Salad is too delicious to be a salad.
Yep, that's why we call it a salad. The Zaxby's Sensation Salad. Zaxby's.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Well, I always love when we got a visitor that's a friend of mine, but also he's got two first names, Fred, George. And let me tell you what, we'll just call him Pappy today. Pappy, yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Kenny.
Let me tell you something. You started something. You have started something. And I'm talking about pound cakes.
Well, it wasn't intentional,
Really?
It just happened.
Really?
You know,
Sometimes that's the best ones.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Kenny, I've been baking these cakes for over 40 years.
Wow, never heard that right there.
Yeah, I have. My mother used to make them, and
The pound cakes?
The pound cakes.
Mhm.
And I would ask her, "You make me a pound cake. You make me a pound cake." Well, she gave me the recipe. She said, "Now you can make your own pound cakes."
Did she help you with your first one?
No.
Really?
No, it was
Wow.
it was trial by error. So
Did you nail it the first time?
Oh no.
Really?
No.
Really?
I actually burnt up my mixer. I had just a little hand mixer.
Yeah.
You know, and we're mixing it up and everything, and I go, "Oh my gosh, what's this?" I look in there, and it's little specks of grease and little bearings that had fallen into the batter. So,
boy, you have come a long way, baby.
I have.
Golly.
So I bought another hand mixer, and I realized that was not going to do it. You've got to have like a KitchenAid or some countertop, a freestanding mixer.
Yeah.
And I have used that thing, oh gosh, 30 years at least.
You still use it today?
I do.
Wow.
I do.
So that works.
It doesn't wear out.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I think about that's something that your mom, you saw your mom doing, her giving it to people in the community. Most time, probably when they were down and out, they were sick. And,
exactly
you
right.
know, my mom did the same thing. She did like coconut cakes, caramel cakes, German chocolate cakes, and then she would like you do, put them in the freezer. So when the need came, she had it right there. You know, she didn't have to scurry around and get it done.
That's exactly right, and that's what I do.
I'll be darned.
And I never even thought about selling a
Yeah.
cake until just recently, maybe 6 months ago. Somebody said, "Fred, I wish you would sell the cakes." And I said, "Well, I'll give you one."
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, but you know, I don't want to keep taking advantage
Sure,
of you.
sure,
and,
sure.
And, so I decided to sell them, and I, you know, did some design work on the labeling and that kind of thing. And it took off.
Did it surprise you? That it
Very
took off?
much so.
Really?
Yeah, it really did. I had a few people, I think I may have posted that on Facebook that I was going to sell them, and then at church that following Sunday, I had more people come up to me and say, "I am so glad you decided I want a cake now." I mean, I got like 20 orders in the first
rate?
day. I
Wow.
was like, dang. So,
Why didn't I start doing this earlier?
yeah, really.
But you know, you think about it, and I'm not going to say this is a simple cake, because it's not, because it's absolutely delicious, and I know for a fact. In fact, WW likes them too. Maggie Dean Whaley likes them. Ellen Dean, even with losing her taste right now, I see her in there slicing on the pappy cake.
Yeah.
But it's just something that people enjoy. But I say it's simple. I look at the loaf right there, but that's something that you can take to just about any occasion and leave it, and you know it may be all gone according to how many folks are there.
Absolutely.
But I say it's simple. It's easy to get to somebody. It's easy to pick up. I got your loaf ready. The big one, I can see a little bit more. Work to it.
It is. It's, I try to keep it simple. People ask me about a glaze or icing or something. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I
just
don't
want
blame
to
you.
do a simple pound cake that's from an old recipe. And
Your mom's recipe.
absolutely.
What was your mom's name? I've never known.
Joan, Joan, Joan.
Joan George. I'll be darned.
Yeah.
You know, I think about, you don't run into many, Fred George, you don't run into many folks that's doing what you're doing. And I'm talking about not just making a great cake that goes out all through our community in the state of Alabama, but it's got history behind it too. Number one, your mom did it. You got to love being able to carry on tradition. But the pappy, we ain't even talked about the pappy in it.
We even talked about the.
That makes you
well,
proud.
my grandkids call me Pappy.
Yeah.
My dad, his grandkids called him Pappy. So Pappy, we called my dad's dad Pappy. So
see, you the third Pappy?
I'm the third Pappy.
I'll be darned.
So that name kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Well, I would go visit my grandkids in Texas, and I always take a cake or two. I've learned I can pack them in a suitcase.
They
Carry
travel
them on the plane.
They travel pretty good.
Yeah, they do. But when the kids were little, they'd come running in there and Pappy's here.
Yeah.
Did you bring a Pappy cake? They didn't say pound cake. Did you bring Pappy cake? And
So it wasn't necessarily named after you. It's what they called, instead of a pound, they called it a pappy
they
cake.
did.
Oh, okay.
They
okay.
did, and so that stuck.
Wow.
And, it just
Took off from there?
It did. It really did. And they, even now, did you bring Pappy cake?
Yeah.
I remember one time I got there and
Wow.
Wesley, he was about 3 years old. Did you bring Pappy cake? And I said, son, I didn't. I didn't have time to.
So
get
why'd
it
you come?
together."
Why'd you come
Pretty
then?
much.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh boy, I disappointed them both.
You know, I think about the term or the name Pappy. Well, I think of a Pappy as this. My grandchildren call me Pawpaw. That's what I call both my grandparents. Sometimes but most time it's that first one. Was it your first grandchild that called you Pappy?
It was.
Okay, and that's what normally happens. It sticks. In our family, with Ellen, Dylan, our oldest, called her Ralph, and R-A-F-F. Why, I don't know, but that's what the other six, that's what all six of them call her now. It just sticks. But I think of a Pappy. This is not you though, because you're a well manicured, hair neat, always dressed to the T. And did Mabry cook or teach you how to dress right?
I taught Mabry.
I'm glad we got that all.
Well, see all those nice shirts that Mabry.
Yeah.
Ask him where he got them.
Okay.
After I retired, I didn't need all the.
I be darned. I'm looking at the one you have on there. It looks like one he had on yesterday a little bit.
Well, I got it back from him last night.
Oh, okay. Mabry, I'm going to jump on Mabry right now and y'all's friendship relationship. How did that come about? I don't maybe jumping around, but I like to hear things like that.
Mabry moved here into my subdivision, 12 years ago?
Okay.
To take over the cancer center. He was going to be the director at the cancer center. Well,
me being with Jim.
Me being a good neighbor, I invited Mabry to go with us to dinner. Me and Gene and Alan and
Gene Gwaltney.
Yeah.
Boy,
I know. And that's another story, but I can't tell it out here.
Little Gene Gwaltney, the one and only.
Anyway, Mabry started playing poker with us, just a friendly game.
Sure, I know.
And
I've been in some of those friendly games that weren't so friendly.
It can turn that way in a second.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mabry just became a friend.
Yeah.
And then after I retired, I started the volunteering at the hospital, and I would see Mabry all the time, and he, started asking me to, you ought to come to work for me. You ought to, you can do this and that. But
Mabry's an easy guy to be a friend.
Oh,
and I mean that as a compliment. Don't go anywhere. Me and Fred George will be right back. Carlisle, downtown Alexander City. You know, we love talking about food out here. I think about Carlisle this time of the year when it's cold and windy outside. You know what? You can still go inside and have some ice cream and stay in there and warm up and finish it up. And that's just, see, they've been there since 1914. You talking about some walls that's just full of memories. Why don't you go make you a memory today for lunch at Carlisle, downtown Alex City?
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Alex City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Come on back here and join me and Pappy Cake George out here volunteering at the hospital for another go-round.
Another go-round today.
The cancer. You know, when we were in there the other day, heck, I even forgot about when Ellen and I were in there the other day. I watch you people. I'm a people watcher, and that's what I love about not just the cancer center, but Russell Medical, because you work there also. But I see the passion that you have for people. I saw, and when I posted Mabry's picture yesterday about being on the show yesterday morning, that's what I said. I said, I saw the passion in this man's heart when he talked about it. You know, he's just not an employee there, Fred. He literally loves what he does and who he's helping, the people. He cares.
Absolutely.
I mean, he ain't no put on at all.
No.
And I maybe cooking I'd cut up and carry on. But when I saw how he brought the message yesterday, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm seeing a guy that truly loves what he does, and he cares.
He does.
Pappy Cake. I was thinking about this when we were talking about the name Pappy. This is how I vision a pappy. A pappy is an older man that's got a lot of great miles, a lot of great memories he shares. I look at him and wearing a navy blue toboggan, kind of rolled up, kind of just got off the ship, that type thing.
Same
Really?
image I have.
Really?
Yeah, because as kids, we watched the Popeye cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
there
that's-
was Popeye's dad was Poop Deck Pappy. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I do.
And he had
Maybe that's where it came from.
He had his sleeves rolled up and
what was his name again?
Poop Deck.
I know exactly who you're talking about. And my mind works in mysterious ways. It goes back to what you just said, and I think that's where that vision came to me. That is so funny. It's scary, you know, on the same wave too.
It really.
But then you fast forward 40 years and doing something that you just absolutely love. I know you're selling them, and I'm glad for you. You
Kenny,
need to.
I'm selling them because people want
them. Yeah.
You know, and they don't want to bother me or you know. So when like I said earlier, when I decided to do that, people were like so excited.
Oh, sure.
To do it.
You're doing it's a service.
It is. I agree.
But it's a service, especially in small town USA. It's a service that's needed in our area because the demand's there. I mean, I don't care whether you're getting sick or you're sick or you're just wanting to visit somebody to perk them up, or maybe they're having some, a bad day. If you don't think one of them pappy cakes won't perk you up, try one day. How do they go about doing it?
Well, they can contact me on Facebook.
Okay.
Well, they can call me. My phone number,
Number's
I
on
put
there?
it on the
Yeah.
on the label. I guess Facebook is probably the
that's
easiest
what I would
for
do.
all of us to.
Social media, that's where
Social
it is.
media.
And you do a good job of posting it out there,
I
too.
have had a little bit of help.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I went to Dallas a couple of weeks ago, and my nephew and his wife are graphic designers.
Really? Did they design that for you?
They did.
Oh, okay.
They did. They designed, I guess, 24 labels, and this is the one we stuck with.
And really, the price is right. And I'm talking about all you got to do is pick it up. The loaf here is $25. The round cake, which is a lot more cake, is $50. In fact, it's okay if I give you your number.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now. Okay.
sure.
Call 256-234, and I'm going to keep this out here, 234-9123. Or I'm going to say that the best thing to do, because I know you probably didn't get that number, is just go to the Facebook page.
Absolutely.
That's where it's going to find.
I think most of us have Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Social media, that's where, and that's some of your best advertising. Hopefully from today you'll get some orders out of this, because Fred George is a guy I've known for years. I believe in Fred George. I believe in now he's passing on really a tradition that your mom started, and I hope one of the children or grandchildren picks it up and keeps it going.
Well, my daughter,
Leland,
has tried it a few times and has been successful with it.
Good.
Same
recipe, basically.
Same recipe. You know, she She's tried it a few times, so, but right now she's pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? What you do?
April the 11th. And this is her first child,
That's
Kenny.
what I was fixing to say.
And
Good for her. Good for y'all.
It's been really hard for her.
Yeah.
I learned a lot through this procedure.
Bless her heart.
That, you know, you think that, well, I want to have a child, I'll just get pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't work that way.
No, well, bless her heart. I hope things go well for
Everything is looking really good.
her. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl yet?
It's a girl.
A little girl.
And her name is Georgia.
Georgia. I love it.
And
wow.
Georgia Gonzalez is what they're going to
I
name.
love that.
And it touched my heart.
Yeah,
for sure.
darn right.
I know.
Really, again, I'm big with traditions, and to me, that's carrying on.
Absolutely.
A great tradition there. But the Pappy Cake, you know what's the first time I've noticed? Uncle Pappy Baking Company. That's the first time I've noticed that. I've never heard of that.
It's my nephew threw that in there
Really?
to try to.
Good job.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And I thought, I think I'll take that out, but I decided to keep it.
It just adds to it.
It does. It does.
I don't know. This is just something that you and I'm gonna go back and I know we've talked about this before. In fact, I've told it when Fred wasn't out here. But when you're at some of those silent auctions that are not so silent anymore, and all you're bidding on a pound cake, just a regular old pound cake. Well, it ain't just a regular old pound cake, but I'm not sure which one it was, but one of them went for $800.
It did.
Was that a Kiwanis, or do you remember what?
I want to say it was United Way.
Okay,
it
Lake
was a
Martin United Way. Okay, yeah,
fundraiser. And not only did that cake sell for that, and I don't remember who ended up with it, but I went to them and I said, listen, if you'll donate that cake back and let them auction it again, I'll make you two whenever you want them.
Wow.
And they
Pretty
did
good trade.
that, and it sold for $300 the second time.
I be darned.
And people, I don't know what a $800 pound cake tastes like, but I think it tastes like a $50 pound cake.
You know, I think about you being there, and I can't help but think of a big old smile that you just couldn't wipe off your face.
Absolutely.
That's one of them proud smiles there.
And you still can't.
I want to touch on volunteering at the hospital. Melissa Edwards is still needing volunteers. She's really built that up. It started off around 100. COVID kind of knocked it down. I think it's back up to 80-something right now. Call 256-329-7177. In fact, I was talking to a person the other day. She said, my husband's home bored. I think the perfect thing to do, I'm talking about 4 hours a week. There's really no time, but what you get out of it, you get more out of it than anybody. I do.
Ask Leanne. I look forward to Thursdays going to the hospital. Even at 23 degrees this morning or 17 wind chill, a lot of that I'll be outside.
Oh, I know.
On the golf cart.
In fact, I saw, what's her, she got kind of a nickname.
Tina?
No, not Tina, that drives a cart out there on Wednesday afternoon. Cameron. Oh, she was driving it yesterday, but she was talking about, even with that flap on, it's still cold. She was married to Jimmy Cameron, who passed away at one time. And she's married to Johnson now, Johnson Furniture.
I know who you're talking about. Scooter.
Scooter. I knew it was a kind of a nickname. Scooter, I hope you slap me next time you see me. I love you, Scooter, and thank you for what you do. Hey, thanks for coming out here.
Kenny, thank you for asking.
Thank you for your friendship.
And I cherish that.
Me too.
I really do.
Me too.
I love your family, and it was exciting for me when your daughter moved into our neighborhood and bring her 2 kids.
I love when I don't know if we can take a break. I love when I'm out there walking one day, and this guy meets me while I'm walking. Here, a pound cake. Now that's a friend. We'll be right back. Doc's Cafe. Let's continue to keep on talking about food. You know, I missed eating out there yesterday, but don't miss today. Chicken enchiladas or beef tips and gravy, either one of those for a main would be great. Corn and black bean blend, pinto beans, one of my favorites, buttered rice, turnip greens, your soup. Oh, it's going to be a great day for Brunswick stew. That's at Doc's Cafe at Russell Medical Cafeteria.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Jesse Henderson, owner of Henderson Glass on Dayville Road in Alexander City, says give them a call today for a price. 256-234-5464. They do auto, commercial, residential, showers, shower enclosures, mirrors, tabletops. It's all about glass. So I'm seeing clearly if you are. Again, that number to call is Henderson Glass, Dayville Road, 256-234-5464. Integrated Massage of Alexander City is located at 119 Madison Street behind the Old Chamber of Commerce. Destiny Goble is the owner, says come on out for outcome-based treatment plans, pain relief, focused areas, relaxation, cupping therapy, hot stones. Remember, rewind, reset, recover. Make an appointment today at Integrative Massage of Alexander City, 256-252-7644.
Ben Hayes, you did good this morning. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into bragging about you real good because I'm scared you get your hair messed up, and we don't want to mess that hair up. But there's time to talk about the annual Teacher Appreciation Luncheon with Bess Sawyers and Sherry Burke. Good morning.
Good morning.
First Baptist Church. How long have y'all, let me get a little personal with you. Where are you from?
I'm from South Alabama.
Okay.
I was raised in Opp and Monroeville.
Have you ever been to the rodeo?
Oh, yes. Rattlesnake
Rodeo.
Rodeo.
Really?
I have been.
I haven't. It's in March, I think.
I think it is.
I have said
Long
for
years ago.
years I want to go.
It's quite a show.
Yeah, but I mean, it brings in people from all over the state and world. I mean, you know.
That's exactly
Have you ever
right.
eaten any rattlesnake?
I sure have.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have. And I don't think it tastes like chicken. I thought it tastes like frog legs.
Now, I love frog legs.
I do too.
But I guess I think about that. I don't like snakes. I don't like a stick that even looks like a snake.
I don't either. But we watched them do all their races and milking the venom.
Yeah, the venom. Oh, yeah.
I went and did something else while we did that.
What else goes on at the...
They have a large
it's just happening. Isn't it?
vendor thing. I think now they have big names come in for concerts and, you know, all that.
Born and raised in Opp.
Actually, I was born in Monroeville.
Okay,
Went
yep.
to Opp and then came back to Monroeville.
Okay.
And we lived there for a long time.
Monroeville, home of To Kill a Mockingbird.
That's exactly right.
Wow. What a beautiful... My son does appraisals, and he was in Monroeville a while back, and he said it was the neatest.
It is. It's beautiful. It really is.
Young lady, where are you from? Let me get personal with you now.
I'm from Talladega,
Okay.
Alabama.
Okay.
Yep.
How'd y'all wind up in Dayville, the lake?
The lake.
Okay.
Needed somewhere good to retire,
Yeah.
and they have too many hurricanes at the beach, so
Yeah.
we came to the lake.
What line of work? Now, they came out here for something. I know that. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that, but I like to get personal. Sorry about that, girls.
That's okay. I taught special ed for like 30-something years, and my husband was with Vanity Fair, and then, of course, we went to Bowling Green when all the Russell and Vanity Fair folks went.
How long did y'all live up in
We
Bowling
were
Green?
in Kentucky 14 years.
How'd you like it?
Well, I liked it pretty good. It's got lots of good people, and it's a beautiful place, but...
They got some cold weather and snow up there.
Yeah, when I was doing car duty outside of the school and it was 4 degrees and all, I was like, no, we need to go back to the South. So it's the South, but this is, you know, more what I'm accustomed to.
So back to the lake. Golly, so many folks. Same thing with you from Talladega. Or what'd you do? What
Well,
have you
I
done?
worked for the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and so I traveled.
Really?
I moved a lot.
Really?
So I came to Dadeville by way of Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
City.
Wow.
Estill, South Carolina.
Wow.
And then I worked in the regional office in Atlanta, Georgia. My husband worked for the penitentiary. Then I resigned from the Bureau of Prisons, went to work for Douglas County School System in Douglasville, Georgia. Retired from there.
Wow.
We moved to Opelika and then to Dadeville. My husband raises Tringfeist, squirrel hunting dogs.
Yeah.
So we found a place in Dadeville, found a house that had a very nice kennel. And so Zillow, we came to Dadeville by way of Zillow.
You know, I think about, so you retired from the federal government and the state.
Yes.
Good. Wow, good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. That had to be a very interesting
Very much so.
I mean, I can't even imagine the memories
Oh,
you've made.
oh, I could tell lots of stories.
Good and bad.
Mhm.
Good and bad.
Mhm.
Then you wind up in Dable. How'd y'all wind up at the First Baptist Church? Am I getting too personal? Just tell me whatever.
not at
I'm
all.
bad about that.
No, well, in all of my travels, the first thing, even in temporary quarters
Yes,
before
ma'am.
we found a home, my priority was to find a church.
Good for you.
And so I was of the Baptist faith,
Mhm.
and when we moved to Dadeville, we visited First Baptist.
Mhm.
That's the only church that we visited, and we realized right away that
It's home.
It was home.
Was Ben there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Charlie had not gotten there yet.
Charlie Kuykendall. I just
Charlie
love to say his
Kuykendall.
name.
But we were there, let's see, we started visiting there in February and joined maybe I think 1st of April.
Wow.
And Charlie came in May.
Yeah.
And it just rounded out.
But you know, I've always said this about Ben, and I pick at him, but I love Reverend Ben Hayes. But I think about, he goes out there, and I'm not saying, I don't use the word recruits, but he finds people that's good for that happening, and that's what he's done with y'all, because y'all understand teacher appreciation.
Absolutely.
So, especially working with special ed. I mean, that's just that's a calling.
Well, it is.
I mean,
and all teaching is.
Sure, I agree with you.
But yeah, people always are like, I don't know how you did it, but I loved every second of it.
Well, let me tell you
Well,
something.
most of it.
I think about our daughter. She's in her 11th year teaching. First grade for many years, and second grade she loves that. It's a big difference in just that one age, the children, that type of thing. But that's what she wanted to do since she was 5 years old. So I think about that with, because these days careers take off, at young ages. Even they're teaching careers, career day to as young as 5th graders. But, I think it goes back before that. I think a lot of times what you want to do.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes it takes encouraging. But then sometimes you just got to get in there and find out. And sometimes you find out, this ain't what I thought. Did you ever think that?
No, not at all. Not one day.
Yeah.
Well, at that 4 degrees weather, that was a questionable decision. But
I see you keep eyeing that cake there. I am keeping my eyes on both of y'all.
No, not me. I'm a terrible cook. So. But no, I loved every day of it.
Yeah.
But I also know that it can be really difficult.
Sure.
And days are very long many times, and money
People don't realize
is short.
that with teachers. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to know unless you're related to a teacher or you were a teacher or are one. You don't realize what all goes into it and how much work is behind the scenes, really, with what they have to do.
Do you agree sometimes a calling that's all it is just a calling? It's not about the money?
Amen.
I know they've been out here a whole segment, and we ain't talked about what they came out for yet, so we'll be right back and talk about it. Mitchell House, so we will stay over in Dable. In fact, we're going to stay over close to the First Baptist Church in Dable. Mitchell House, Miss Vivian Autry has added on to this big old house. It's been there since 1835. Right now, she's, with the addition, about another 150 folks you can put in there. I've been to events there. They can pack them in. They can feed you there while you're there, too. So if you're planning a big old event this year, get in touch with Miss Vivian Autry today at MitchellHouseEvents.com.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton.
and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton Clearing and Grading.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
Okay, so I've done it again. Miss Sherry Burke, Beth Sawyers, have come out here to talk about, from Dadeville First Baptist Church, the annual Teacher Appreciation Luncheon. Now, y'all want to talk about that?
Sure, that'll be great.
That's what y'all drove out here to Cole for.
That's all right.
So when is this?
Well, we will be doing the luncheon sometime during the teachers' pre-planning, which will be early August.
Okay.
And we try to honor their time and,
right.
you know, fix it on the right day so that we're not taking them out of their classrooms or out of meetings. But we usually do it at lunchtime, of course, since we're doing a luncheon. And
at the church?
At the school.
Oh, at the school.
That way they can just scoot
right there.
from one place to another, and we don't have to have any driving time, which is it's not like it's a long way. But still,
yeah.
It's just, you know, it's time that we can put them back in their classroom so they have time to get all that prep work done and get ready.
You know, I think about, we were talking about Ben Hayes putting the right people in the right position. Here again, he's done that, and with right here. This is, I mean, you know, when you do this on an annual, you got to plan months in advance to make sure it's pulled off. Now, So what school do you go to do this?
Dadeville
Okay,
Schools,
okay.
yes. We also include the Edward Bell
Okay.
Career Tech Center.
Right, which is growing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's at the cafeteria
Right.
there in Dadeville,
Mhm.
Dadeville Schools.
Well, the Dable community, that's exactly what it is. From the school to the athletes, to the churches, to the Chamber of Commerce, to everybody that's involved in the Dable area, and the way it's grown, y'all been right there to see it.
It's terrific.
In fact, you've been through the good and bad. And when I talk about that, when they were building that roundabout, I mean, it was not good. I mean, I was over there, you got planks, like where Payne's Furniture is and Miller's and all that. You got planks you're trying to get across. You got a hole that's like a cement pond out there in downtown Dable, but you had the city, you had the state, and the county all involved. But then when it all came about, now I still know some folks over there, they ain't gonna go around that roundabout. They ain't never been around, they ain't gonna start now. So that's still funny to me. But I think about the way the downtown area has grown with the restaurants and the businesses. And then you go down 34, wow. You go down 49, wow. Then 50, are you kidding me? But it just continues. If you've not been over there in a while, it'd be a head shaker, wouldn't it?
It absolutely is. And even in just the time we've been there, it's just grown and new things. And people are so creative with what the little stores they're opening. And of course, the restaurants are just, they're awesome. Lovely.
But I think about the Stillwater area and what Eric McKinley, the money he has poured in, continues to pour into Stillwater's, the golf course, the 49 area going into Stillwater's, even got your own grocery store now. Right. And I was thinking about Miss Faye Floyd yesterday. I love Faye Floyd. I've been loving Faye Floyd for about 40 years now. But, Miss Faye and her family-owned Feed and Seed, and where the Piggly Wiggly was, that's not there anymore, you know what? So you got two sides of Floyd's Feed and Seed. But I was thinking about her just yesterday and her commitment. And that's
we
what
have to have Floyd.
Yeah.
They fix everything and tell us how to get rid of all the critters.
Then when it's planting time, which is right around the corner, they got quality plants. But I don't know, I've always thought the world. Miss Faye moved here from Indiana with her big old brawly boys, and and she's been so much involved in the community. And that's what you have to be.
Yes.
Whether it's a business, it's a church, it's a whatever you're involved in, get involved in it and go wholeheartedly with it.
Exactly right. And when we came to the church, it was just, we felt immediately at home.
Yeah.
And then when we started, getting involved and being I'll help with that, I'll help with that. And everybody is so willing, and it's loving the community. And when we are told to be the hands and feet of Jesus, that is, it seems to me, the unofficial motto, or maybe it's the official motto
I agree
of
with
First Baptist. And
it's not just a saying.
No, not at all.
It's a doing.
And it's just, it amazes me what really, on a lot of scales, it's a small church, but we're growing. And you go on Sundays and you don't know a lot of the people because they're new, and we're so glad that they're helping us to get to the point we can do even more with the community.
And that's what's happening. You got people moving in here from all over the United States, even all over the United States, because of the people. I mean, that lake, the lake brings in a lot of folks. But then I think about Stillwater's, that community there. It's not all lake. It's just growing like crazy. But I think about the people that have moved here. I don't guess I've ever talked to one person that moved here from wherever that was disappointed. I mean, they really knew what they were getting into before they got here. I'm talking about both sides of the river, and I guess of course, me being from Alexander City, I love my community. But you know what? Dable, it's my community too.
Oh, sure.
We're all in this together.
That's right.
Exactly.
I mean, especially with the church. Do you agree with that?
I do, absolutely. And this has been by far our best move. Like I said,
Good for y'all.
we've moved a lot, and It's been our best move.
Good for y'all. Now, I know y'all brought like notes. Is there anything that I'm not asking you in all this that y'all need to let folks know about?
I mean, we just were sort of prepared to let you know how we do it and how we are able to accomplish all these things.
Are these things that y'all need some help on right now?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Donors.
Okay.
That's what makes this happen.
Right.
Is donations.
Mm-hmm.
Because our teachers, we ask for wish lists.
Mm-hmm.
So we can provide them with the classroom supplies and tools that they need, in educating, our children. And last year we filled 58 wish lists.
Wow.
As funds allowed.
Wow.
We weren't able to fill the entire wish list, but we, filled as much of the wish list as we could.
When you get started as early as y'all are now for this, it will grow, and I hope it will. And you got to remember these teachers. A lot of them, they're not making the biggest salaries in the world. Yeah, they got great benefits. They deserve great benefits, but you don't realize how many of these teachers, and tell me if I'm wrong, they putting money out of their own pocket for these kids.
Absolutely, and they sure their funds are there.
Yes, ma'am.
But there's so many things. It's like you got to fill the treasure box. Well, I need a treasure box to put the things in to encourage kids and to make sure they know they're on the right track.
Yes, ma'am.
It may be more paper. It may be they need art supplies.
All that
so
year round.
Much. And it exactly. And it's a lot. Some of them I know they buy things that will be teaching tools. Some of them in their classroom, they may be okay with that, but they need materials to make other things for the children to use as learning tools. And it can, and sometimes
it's expensive.
Sometimes they need a little vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Because they're busy cleaning.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see with the wish list when they come in, and you're like, oh, that's such a good idea.
I think about the children, those students. They don't realize that teacher is pulling money out of her or his own pocket. They don't realize that. They're just there, and the teacher, you know this. You see that need.
Sure.
Every class, every age is different. Right. The needs. So I just applaud y'all for doing this. If somebody wants to make a donation, how do they go about making?
They can contact Beth or I at the church or through the church, and any checks need to be made payable to First Baptist Church.
Okay.
And of course, we do go out and solicit from the businesses for door prizes as well, not just monetary.
And those businesses continue to give.
Yes.
That's why when we say shop at home, it's not just a saying; it's a thing. Ben, you did good, and please send more lovely ladies out here. Come on, you can do it. We'll be right back.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Payne's Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, Donald, can you find it for me? That's Payne's Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number.
Here we go again, hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. New Chevy Silverado 4x4 LTZ crew cabs discounted up to $13,750 off. Brand new 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV with high-tech features, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Hey, we're Kevin and Courtney Hall. I'm a lifelong member of First Baptist Dadeville. My wife joined me after we got married. We really enjoyed First Baptist because it is a biblical congregation and very community-minded. Come join us.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercraft, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
Well, man, the girls about ready to wrap it up today. Thank y'all so much for, number one, coming over here to promote Teacher Appreciation Day. Because teachers, hey, every one of you we appreciate. And we probably don't let them know enough. I mean, so when y'all do something like this, but again, if you're a business, if you're wanting to make a donation, if you're just an individual that has that love for teachers and what they do, just get in touch with anybody at the First Baptist Church in Dadeville, downtown Dadeville, and make that. I want y'all to come out here again, because this is in a planning, and we got plenty months ahead of us.
That's right. Yes, we do.
So we want to make sure that you get your pocketbooks out, because this is. But you know the thing about this, when you're giving to a teacher, you've had children in the classrooms. You know what the teachers go through, so you do have an appreciation for it. So that's the reason we have appreciation for these teachers.
That's right.
Thank y'all for coming out
Thank
here.
you. Thank you for having us.
Again, Reverend Ben Hayes, you did good, buddy. You did real good. We'll be right back and see you tomorrow on the pre-recorded Front Porch.